bread.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Slice Bread Podcast. We give you your daily slice of life. I am your host, Gary. And on today's episode, we have on the panel Lenny.
The local boy.
Lovely, lovely. We got the man with the one-liners, Chris.
I'm Chris, and that's Chris the way you know it.
Hey, he's one of those liners, eh? And the man that make us sound slick like butter on toast, the sound guy. And last, and certainly not least, Bob.
Not the builder. We don't build things up, we break them down.
And today we're gonna break down and break bread today's episode. Hey, yo, Bob.
What up?
It's all you, bro. It's all
Okay,
you, bro.
Thank you, Gary. So, guys, we all wondered about that full circle moment where you become your parents and if you will do anything different that they did. Well, will you lie to your kids one day the way they lied to you? So it could be easier to manipulate and control you. Well, that's exactly what they did. Those liars. They spewed the propaganda since day one to trick us, to deceive us. Those protective, loving human beings. I can't trust them, but I love them.
What a monologue, boy. What a monologue.
What are some of the lies they told you? Growing up, whether it was your grandparents, your parents, elderly figures. What nonsense were they spewing that you still believe to this day?
Guys, my parents told me when I was younger, if you eat your vegetables, your hair's gonna grow. Wow, I got a receding hairline. There's no proof. There's no proof. I do not believe that, man.
Yeah, Magneto's in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, when the sound guy interrupts.
Oh, loving it. He's loving it.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Lenny, what do you have? What lies did I tell you?
I don't even want to say. I'm getting PTSD now. From all those oh man, it's the damn tooth fairy.
Ah, the tooth fairy.
Tooth fairy.
How much were you paid? That's what I want to know. Because every parent gave different amounts. They like the banks.
Oh man, it started off with the small ones, the R2.
You got a two? Okay.
Those are for the small ones. The
Yes.
biggies got me a R5.
Okay.
And now you're looking to lose the biggies. But what's hurt? What?
Well, that would hurt you in the future.
It's like sacrifice.
Yeah, but what makes it all the more worse is that when you find out that the tooth fairy isn't real, you realize all they did with your precious teeth was throw them away.
You know what?
And that's good ivory,
That
is it
actually
not?
upsets me even further. How could they do that? You work so hard. You work so hard eating the food, brushing the teeth, and whenever it was sore, then you had to pull it out. What was the techniques you used to pull it out?
Oh,
Lenny?
string in
You
the
were the
door.
string boy.
String in the door.
Same string as well.
Now I waited till I could push it out with my tongue, bro. Like I couldn't do the. I was
yeah.
too traumatized with the string.
You wait. Oh, you played the long game.
A long game,
Yeah.
always.
Or sometimes I'll take an apple and just. And I was
No, but,
Get it in the apple.
but
Yes,
Bob, it was quite satisfying when you pushed it with your tongue and then it finally came out.
It's one of those small pleasures you didn't
Yeah.
expect to get.
Those
But
classic
Chris,
Colgate
loose.
smiles. Huh?
But Chris, what was the lies you were told?
Yeah, like Lenny with me, it's also one of the big ones, is Santa Claus. But mine was quite hectic. My father was very committed to the cause.
Oh no.
Yeah, I used to get phone calls from Santa Claus. It was 100%, and I used to speak to Santa. I believed it was him.
Wow!
Yes.
I love the commitment, I must
Yeah.
say.
So Chris,
Are you telling me that Santa Claus isn't real, or that your father's Santa Claus?
Well,
Whoa, that's
found
a
out
great
in-
question.
I found out in
Lenny.
later years, obviously, who Santa Claus was behind the phone.
Okay, so
But I
but
used
I
to get
mean,
my annual phone call.
Santa Claus does exist, though, right?
Apparently not. Sorry, kids.
so wait, did he call you from the North Pole?
Apparently,
I don't know that quick, man.
yes.
Why am I
These are
so
all
intrigued
alleged.
by this?
Did he call you about the North Pole? I was the signal though, because my dude, that's far.
Reception there
It was
must
a
be-
clear as day, man.
To be fair, the sound was very hollow. So I don't know. I believed it. I bought
Maybe
it.
Rudolph was basically using his red nose to get some signal for you. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, different Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
But one of the lies I was told, I would say in the summertime, when it's by the pool and the watermelons come out, like, oh yeah.
yes.
You feel in the vibe as I'm saying it, because I'm picturing this, and then I'm told the lie. If don't swallow your seeds, because then a tree will grow outside them.
Yeah.
Come out from you. I'm like, As a child, I was spitting it all out. I don't want no tree in me.
In my stomach. No.
I mean, that's quite a traumatizing one, eh?
So you were like a human, a short guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I went the other way because I heard that from my mother.
So you would have told the same lies.
Same
Do they
lies.
know each other?
Same lies. I'm PTSD. Oh man, it's coming
It's
back.
probably the same liars group, man.
They told me the seeds one, and I would now eat the core of the apple because I wanted to see if it was gonna happen. And it's now
Oh, so Lenny's a scientist. He's just trying to
Testing the
prove
waters.
hypotheses.
I think
20 some years later.
It's a lie also,
There's
he's not a
no
scientist.
apple tree in my stomach. It's just
That route didn't take.
And you know what's sad? All it would have done was digest naturally.
Exactly.
And I was told these lies as a kid, and now I'm traumatized as a adult. The problem is, well, I tell my children the same thing.
Ooh.
Would you destroy Santa Claus, Chris?
No, I wouldn't actually because.
Why not? Why not? Tell me
because-
why not?
Yes, because looking back at it, it was a good memory. You know,
Yes.
I enjoyed buying into the whole novelty that Santa Claus exists, and it was exciting. You know, going to sleep and then thinking that he's actually coming through the chimney and all of that. I think it's important for a child to have such experiences and memories because at the end of the day, well, that lie, I mean, I don't know about the seed, but that lie was done. That lie was done obviously so that you can have a full experience of Christmas
Like
as a child.
joyful. It
Yeah.
gives a different
Yeah.
energy
Yes,
to
so
it.
there was no. I don't think it was like negative manipulation. It was.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a thing as positive manipulation.
Positive reinforcement, maybe?
Maybe yeah. but
Maybe something like that.
That's what it was. Yes.
And you, Gary?
Look, I
Would you
was-
do it? Would
No.
you lie to your children?
No.
About Santa Claus though.
yeah.
But Santa Claus about
Why
the,
you say no?
the tooth fairy, the tooth tax is
So you're gonna tell them, okay,
Yeah,
well,
the tooth tax is next level inflation for a teeth. Are you there nuts? I'm not gonna give
Inflation.
my child would understand.
now, I was actually talking about the receding hairline, but
Oh, the
okay, let's go with the teeth.
Well, that's just honesty. Look here, it's either in your genes or not,
Yeah.
bro.
Maybe the child's a mutant of Magneto, so that's just how it's gonna be.
Look, the child must suffer with that one, but I'm saying with regard to the tooth, there's tax involved, bro. I'm not gonna give my child a 10 rand for one tooth. No ways, dude. Your mama just put that tooth around the corner, it's fine. I'm sorry.
back in the day, we could do something with the 2 rand and the 5 rand.
Fair
Now
enough.
you can only add it up and pay for parking somewhere.
Exactly.
Lenny, I heard these days the tooth fairy pay out hundreds.
Ooh.
Say what?
Yeah, yes, I jumped to that level already.
Okay, well, are we as adults still allowed to lose teeth then? I will extract it.
Yeah,
Now your dentist don't care.
I want to know, is that tooth made of gold or what's going on?
No, but here's the thing about these lies, man. Because I think Chris touched on it, is that it gives a certain sense of positivity. But now, what about the negative ones? That's my big question.
I can start with that
Oh,
one.
what would be a negative lie though, if you guys can think of?
No, I wanted to say a negative lie would be when your parents told you if your hair gets wet, you're going to get sick. 'Cause
Yeah, no, that's actually a negative one because people still believe it to this day.
Exactly. I will never forget that there's one
If
time.
they run in the rain, it's over.
Exactly.
That makes you afraid of rain.
Exactly. Like I will never get the one. I think I was in primary school. I didn't study for this one test, and I was determined not to write for this paper. I was chilling with it by the tap and going, "Come, get sick, get sick." Like,
Oh, the water.
I'm just like, "Oh, that get sick. You're gonna get sick now. Come, let's go." And I'm like chilling, and I'm basically sleeping with a headway, and like I'm like. It's cough gonna come.
Cough.
Nothing came out. I'm like, oh, this thing does not work. I'm not sick. I don't believe this lie does not work.
You know what's the funny part? You never think, oh, my parents lied to me. You think, oh, what am I not doing right?
Yes.
Am I not
Yeah.
wetting it correctly?
Exactly. But the thing is, I was receiving airline, so yeah.
From that young age, started young. Wow.
Yeah, bro.
See, because what I'll say with the negative thing is that you'll start to believe this to the point that you'll go against science.
Yes, that's my problem.
Yeah.
Bob, but I read somewhere that someone was saying that when you're raising like a 5-year-old, 50% of your job is basically to make sure they don't die. Like
That's
anyone
also
from
true.
5 and under. So that's why.
I think all those lies stem from the fact they're trying to protect you as a child,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Because as a child, at 5, everything is a mystery to you. What is this? What is this?
Yeah.
So then you have to find a lie that will make the child not touch the stove.
So it's a survival.
You understand what I'm saying?
So it's a survival tactic that parents employ, because having to make sure they just survive, you have to
Yeah.
come up and improvise and just say whatever comes to
And
mind.
so now here's my
sometimes.
question. Where does society fall in this? Because your parent will tell one lie, but it needs to coincide with the next parent's lie.
There should
because
be
then,
like a standard among
Yes,
parents.
because when the
True,
children
yeah.
start to communicate with each other, then
But
it's like,
my
no,
mom says this. My
yes.
dad says
And if
this.
it's corresponded
Yeah.
on the other side of someone that's not even in your household, it makes it even more true.
No, but kids are hardcore. They just tell them, no, your mother's lying. Your mother doesn't know what she's
Yo,
talking
the
about.
Yo,
children
dude.
are vicious, eh?
They vicious.
Your mother's a liar. My
Yeah.
mother's a liar. How you know my mother's a liar?
And we all know when you start with your mother, it starts off badly.
Yeah, look.
You're ready for problems.
That's one lady you don't attack.
Exactly.
But now here's the question. Here's the real question. Is the philosophical part of it. You know, on the Slice Plate podcast, we're quite philosophical.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going to get to this. Is it morally wrong to do so? To lie to your children? Because I know Chris just mentioned that it's for survival tactics. It's to protect the child. So are you protecting the child's feelings? Is the question when you tell these lies.
Well, you're not thinking about it. You're not considering their feelings. Something in that time. You're just considering their livelihoods. I would
Yeah,
think.
look, I think let's deal with the kids' feelings because, I mean, kids have feelings. Who cares? Let them cry, right? They need to learn. They
Let the
need to grow
children
up.
cry.
Lenny's different.
You're gonna be an excellent father one day. Damn! Wow,
No, but
that's
I mean,
Canadian over here.
wow,
I
that's
would,
excellent
I would
father.
assume and I would hope parents would lie to their children because for a young kid, a 5-year-old, to comprehend a full answer, it's not going to happen. And therefore, the lie needs to be in place so that on their level, they can understand why they shouldn't do a certain thing.
Look, I always thought of it as you making a story more digestible for a child. That's where
Yeah.
the stretching of the truth takes place. Because how do you explain to a child death? Honestly, how do you make a story that makes it palatable for a child to truly comprehend what has occurred? Where has my dog gone?
That's really just, I'm getting a knot in my throat now.
Oh, no, man. Sorry, Lenny, man.
Oh, one of the biggest lies my father ever told
What
me.
did he do?
And this guy, he was awful. He was just.
I'm certain he's a decent
Whose
guy.
idea? Whose topic was this?
I want to hear
Oh, we
this.
got Lenny
I
in
want to
his
hear the
wheels.
story. What's going on, Lenny?
What's
Talk to
going
me.
on, Lenny?
I came back home one day, and right, this was school holidays when I was maybe 9 or 10,
Huh?
right? And school's out. It's happy times. It's good times.
Here we go.
And I come home, and my father's he's digging a hole in the backyard,
The
right?
Bob, not the ball.
And there's a heap of sand on the one side, and there's something laying undercover on the other side. And I come home, and I'm like, why are you digging up all the stuff? And he's like, no, there was a mole, and the mole just started digging up things and
mole,
all that.
okay, fair
And
enough,
then
good
I'm
lie.
thinking, oh, cool, moles, they dig up stuff, right? And-
It's what moles do.
10
Moles
years
doing
old.
mole things.
But I'm thinking, I'm not hearing a bark. Where's Bruno? Bruno greets me on my way.
Yeah, he's taking a penalty
I'm at
somewhere.
the door. Bruno's already there. He's and Bruno's just gone. And I asked my father, "Where's Bruno? Why he's not there?" And you know what he tells me?
What?
He tells me Bruno finally found his family. And not only that, my father went as far as to say, "You should be happy that he found his family."
Damn. And how did you process this as a 9-year-old?
I mean, you forced to be-
Positively, I hope.
supposed to be happy because he made the sense. Look, finding your family, it's a joyous thing. Only years later would I find out that heap of sand was really a dead dog being
Wow.
buried.
Your dad was Paul Better.
Yeah. Yes, he
Now,
was
that's actually
protecting
crazy
me.
because he was protecting you in that sense. So I'm guessing if you were ever in that position, you'd do the same.
Ooh, I didn't
That's
even
the
think of that.
philosophical part.
Didn't even think of that.
But Bob, when you were asking him, how did you process it as a 9-year-old? And I think that's also the key thing is that kids are we just accepting of everything.
Fair enough.
Kids they just accept everything for what it is. So that's maybe also why parents lie to kids because they know they're just gonna accept that
The
as the truth.
gullibleness of it.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Too many
impressionable
questions.
young person. Yeah.
Too many questions could come from
Yeah,
if
it's
you
true.
now introduce death to them.
Yeah. And speaking when Bob mentioned death, I was actually thinking about the whole the one of the biggest lies of all is where were you before you were born? Think about it.
Oh, that's so. It's so true. If you think
So you're
about
telling me a child would ask that question and a
No,
parent
the-
would have to come up with an answer
No,
for that?
no, you guys are not.
No, he's right, he's right,
Guys,
he's
no,
right.
you guys are not picking up. Where were you on the mountains?
No, there we go. I was gonna say yes. I'm gonna mention that.
Yeah.
I was gonna
I
mention the
forgot
same
about
thing.
that
I think our parents were in the same group when I made that lie together.
Yeah.
Same WhatsApp group.
Same WhatsApp group before WhatsApp.
And that was to avoid maybe the birds and the bees conversation. I would
Yes.
think. Yeah.
I remember this.
That's actually, I think that's the most famous lie is the birds and the bees because it's making, I'm going to say sexual activity in a palatable form for these kids. Would you do it? Would you lie to your child if you were in that position that your parents were when they lied to you?
For me, it depends what I'm gonna lie to my child about. That's the thing. If it's a small little white lie that won't really have a huge impact on the child's life, then I will, just say it. Like when your dad, for example, said about the dog, I can understand at that circumstance why I say that. Because, how can you tell a young child, check your Bruno's, he's klar. How you gonna...
Then you ask, what does that mean?
Yeah. And then questions just keep coming up.
But
Yeah.
so your dad had to think on his toes just to make sure that, it's not gonna be a whole thing where you're gonna cry and it's gonna be a whole
And you can't sleep. And you can't sleep at night.
exactly a
Yeah.
commotion in the house. So I understand a small little white lie, But then you get those tough ones, man. When, for example, you see your mom and your dad in a bit of an altercation and they're like, no, mommy and dad are just play fighting.
Play fighting.
Wait, what?
Play fighting.
Did you just introduce domestic abuse?
You mean more of just have a disagreement.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
It is
Yeah.
As funny as that sounded now, that could be true in some households,
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To protect the kids, I guess.
Exactly. So it depends, really.
So I'm guessing on final thought, you guys will lie.
We'll lie.
I would rather say yes also because you say no and then you get to that stage where you're a parent and you're going to realize you're going to lie about something.
The thing is, no, because
You're not gonna lie. You that savage.
because childhood trauma is a thing, bro. These are kids are
And telling children the truth won't cause trauma?
I'm willing to bet you, Gary, that you probably will lie about something.
Absolutely.
I probably will.
You're
but-
lying right now, saying that you won't lie.
Hey,
Wow, Pinocchio, calm down.
Hello, hello, Bruno Mars. Cho.
But I'm guessing then, as a final thought, what would you tell the listeners, the future generation parents? Do it or don't do it.
Listen, you guys, tell your kids to eat steaks and they're gonna have a receding hairline. Just tell your kids that. Your hair's gonna fall out, follicles are gonna fall out your head. Eat your steaks, eat your cereal, eat your Rice Krispies. Yeah, final thoughts.
Wow, thank you for that.
I'm joking. I'm just joking, man. No, I'm
Final
joking.
thoughts.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna lie because I can imagine how many things you probably go back on once you do experience having a child.
Well, I
Yes.
gotta say, there was this essay written by Mark Twain many years ago called "On the Decay of the Art of Lying." Yeah, he called it the art of lying. Wait, he said that for the lie as a virtue, a principle is eternal. The lie as a recreation, a solace, a refuge in the time of need. The fourth grace and the 10th muse, man's best and surest friend. Lying is universal. We all do it. Therefore, the wise thing is for us to diligently train ourselves to lie thoughtfully, judiciously, to lie with good object and not an evil one, to lie for others' advantage and not our own, to lie healingly, charitably, humanely, and not cruelly, hurtfully, maliciously, but to lie gracefully and graciously.
Well, damn. I was just gonna say no. Tell the truth.
Like, dang, dude, like Mark Twain again?
But you know what?
Fan favorite.
I actually like that from Mark Twain. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna switch my answer and say, all right, I'm gonna lie to the kids now. You know what? Give him a good grow up.
Yeah. Let's call it the courteous lie
Yeah.
for kids.
Anyhow, guys, thank you for this episode and tune in next time for another slice of life.